And the creativity is clearly flowing here in the south of England after 7 children from our region reached the final of the BBC's 500 Words creative writing competition.
Yeah, and very unusually, there are 2 sets of siblings among the 50 finalists. Sisters Zamira and Akiva from Oxfordshire and brother and sister Henry and Isabella from Hampshire.
Yeah, and all of them are heading to London on Wednesday for the grand final, which is being hosted by the Queen at Buckingham Palace. It really is. Joe Kent went to meet them.
Meet Henry and Isabella and Zamira and Akiva. They've all made it to the final 50 in the BBC's 500 Words competition. Here's a taste of the stories that got them there.
There are millions of people on Earth, but they are littering way too much. And the black, dirty waters are rising and the beings are disappearing. The planet is dying.
Henry was inspired by a model of the solar system in his bedroom.
Pippa is a girl with gigantic hair. It is so big it takes days to wash and hours to brush. Her hair days are frightening, but Pippa loves the way shampoo transforms into mountains of bubbles and pours down her head like lava.
Akiva thought of how her imagination kicks in when her mum does her hair.
As dawn broke, the soldiers stood in formation face to face in front of the castle, preparing for the biggest battle of their lives. 2 sides stood fiercely glaring at each other across a wide valley. It was so silent you could hear a pin drop. If you listened carefully, you could hear the prayers of the bishops, like a whisper in the wind.
Isabella was inspired by her grandfather.
The next thing I knew, I was being whisked off in a rescue wagon, dancing to the bumps in the road. Then came noisy machines, people talking fast, and a strawberry smell that sent me to sleep.
While Zamira got her idea while having chemotherapy. Her mum was unsure about her sharing her story.
For me, that's very personal for a mum. I didn't want her to be judged on what she's gone through. But she was adamant and she was quite proud of her doctors and the things they have done, and she wanted to write about it.
The competition, which first started in 2011, returned last year after a 3-year break, attracting 44,000 entries. It's backed by celebrities, children's authors and the Queen, who's hosting the grand final on Wednesday.
I actually thought it was a bit of a con, Henry and Isabella, and they've won a competition. I'm thinking, And then when I realised it was the BBC and I realised they both won, I was speechless.
Isabella has entered every year.
I thought this time is probably my best story so far. We're going to Buckingham Palace. I'm going to go to London and see with Queen and Buckingham Palace.
2 of us, that's actually really amazing because then we both have to get to share our win with each other.
6 winners will be chosen at the final, but just getting there is a huge win in itself.
It's a big thing for kids to write a story of 500 words, and to get this far, both of them, it's like, wow. It really is. And yeah, no, we're super proud of them.
We're just proud of them. It would be an icing on the cake if they were the actual winners, but they're already winners and they know that.
Yeah, they are. And what a fabulous day they're going to have at Buckingham Palace this week. You can read and listen to all of the finalist stories as well on the BBC website, bbc.co.uk/500 words. There it is.